Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenya, and in today's video we're going to be doing a lot of fun things such as cleaning, organizing and decluttering of my house, as well as painting, or I would say a DIY project on a piece of furniture. A lot of you guys have requested that furniture makeover tutorial that I offered you in my last video when I gave my daughter my bedroom dresser. I will be happy to show it to you today. But first, let me show you our lovely messy kitchen where we're going to be starting our cleaning today. We'll also be doing a cleaning, organizing and decluttering of my dining room area. There is a huge standing shelf there that has a lot of things on it that don't need to be there. I need to clean, organize, declutter and rearrange that whole shelf, as well as my big dining room table that happened to be our catch-all area for everything in our house, starting from kids' toys to my painting supplies. So I don't know what's there, we're just gonna have to go through it. And of course, let's not forget that DIY painting project or furniture makeover. And for those who are new to this channel, my name is Jenya and I am a stay-at-home mom and a wife. I've been married to my husband for about 3 years now, and we have 2 kids together and a cat. My oldest is a 2.5-year-old girl, and my son just turned 1 year old, and I can't believe it. I love making real-life cleaning, organizing, decluttering videos, as well as an occasional makeover, and I'm guessing now I'm going to include some DIYs in my videos. So if you enjoy this video and that kind of content, I hope you consider subscribing to this new channel of mine so that you can get notified every time I release a new video. In case you decide to subscribe, you just press that red subscribe button and it's absolutely free, and you can change your mind at any time. You don't owe anybody anything. As you can see, I'm cleaning this kitchen now. I'm just unloading the dishwasher to load it back up and just clean up this kitchen actually to get it ready for painting it. I am so tired of this brown color of our cabinets, and I have been wanting to paint them for forever now, but I understand that it's a very long and serious project. I've never painted a kitchen in my life. I'm going to be using a brush and a roller. I'm not going to be using a gun. Even though I have one, I am actually quite just nervous. I want to take it slow. So I've been taking steps towards this goal. I first decluttered and reorganized my whole kitchen. Of course, yeah, I have a video on that, as well as decluttering and organizing my whole pantry. And now my kitchen is pretty much ready for painting. Just need to clean it a little bit, just make sure that everything is in place, and that's what we're going to do right now. In my last video, I mentioned that I've been going through some flu or whatever it is that has been attacking our family, my husband, my kids, and me. I don't know if my cat is also suffering from it, not sure, but she might. Anyway, we've been sick for a very long time, I would say a month and a half. It's never happened to me for such a long time before, but we are getting better, and I'm glad that I actually lost my voice. I'm glad to have to be getting my voice back. My kids also started daycare only once a week and only about a month ago, but we've been sick ever since. And so I heard that it's going to take a little while for them to build the immune system and stop bringing all the germs back home. But either way, I believe that's just part of the process, and I'm just so beyond happy that they get to communicate with other little kiddos and make friends, and mama gets a couple of hours a week off. I don't know about you guys, but I always run my dishwasher twice a day, every day, if it's a regular day. I don't know if that's too much or if it's normal, but I just feel like my sink always seems to overflow with dirty dishes. I also feel like it might have something to do with having small kids around, and I just always am doing dishes. Actually, before I was married 3 years ago, I didn't even have a dishwasher in the place I used to live in before, and it never bothered me, not one little bit. So if you would like to, leave me a comment below and let me know how many times do you have to start your dishwasher a day, or do you even have to use it every day?
Just like the movies, how it's gonna stay. to tell what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips, so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over. Over. I don't know what you did, but it's alright with me. It doesn't matter any longer. I will forgive your flaws if you're forgiving mine. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips, so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it.
So I'm just using Dawn dishwashing soap to clean the stove. And then I'm gonna wipe it with water-wet microfiber cloth. And when it comes to grates, I'm gonna rinse them with tap water because they're not the worst case scenario today. And then we'll clean our sink with Dawn dishwashing soap as well.
We hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over. Over. Spill it out. Don't you spare any details. Stuff you feel about us. Spill it out. Don't you spare any details. Oh, baby. As long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over. Over.
There was this red dot of paint on my sink that the dishwashing soap wasn't quite picking up, so I decided to use the pink stuff for it. I actually just recently ordered the pink stuff for the first time, but I have put it to quite a few tests already. And now, if you were wondering if it actually works or not, I feel pretty safe to say that it does, and it really is quite good for any kind of hard stains or any kind of mess that you need to clean.
Hold up just a minute. Been looking for some help just to find myself. Yeah. Been losing my focus like 1,000 times before. Can't take this anymore. 'Cause I've been looking for something to change thoughts into motion. Been waiting way too long. Yeah, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was out driving every mile, and now if I rewind, it's all been a waste of time. It's all been
Now that the kitchen is clean, I just wanted to do one more thing before I actually started painting it. By the way, I didn't want to confuse you, I'm not including the actual painting of the kitchen cabinets in this video. I'm going to make a separate video for that. In today's video, although we are doing some painting just like I promised at the beginning, but it's just going to be a makeover of that beautiful white dresser I was telling you about before. Anyway, before I start painting this kitchen cabinets, I just wanted to do one more thing, and that's to go through these two miscellaneous baskets that I keep in the kitchen, and everything ends up in them. This is the huge shelf I was telling you about before that desperately needs organizing, and this is the catch-all dining room table that also is not the cleanest. This is also where I decided to place my wicker baskets that I got from Sam's Club pretty recently, and I couldn't decide where I was going to place them because I wanted them to be seen and not hidden somewhere in the closet. I find them really quite pretty, and you'll see them in a minute.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you.
So these gray baskets are the baskets from Sam's Club. I got them, I believe, for about $7 each at Sam's Club, and now I don't see them anymore, but I could still get them online, but they're out of stock, and I'm waiting for them to, be available again. I don't normally buy expensive baskets or any kind of decor, but just recently I started changing my way of thinking and changing my mind about that. So I just decided to start collecting them, and maybe over time I'll have a bunch of wicker baskets and hopefully matching ones, so that's why I'm waiting for the same color to be available online at Sam's Club. And I think $7 for that kind of basket is not a bad price at all. So I'm gonna put all of my Cricut stuff into one basket and all of my daughter's arts and crafts into another basket and keep them here on this shelf. At some point I wanted to keep all of my all of my daughter's arts and crafts in her bedroom, but it doesn't make any sense because we use them down here in the kitchen and in the dining room area, so I might as well keep them on this big shelf and just keep them in one of those baskets.
These are the good times with you, baby. This year it's just gonna be you and me, hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 Yeah, it's just gonna be you and me. Hanging by the fire chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah, I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Hey, I don't get what this is about. You got my head spinning on my shoulders. I feel it burn inside of my chest. See the lines as they blur out. I can feel it knocking me out. You're bringing me higher and higher in every way. And all of my doubts, I can feel them, they're fading away. Oh, you're like a fantasy. I know this can't be real. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling way down. All delusional. Got me feeling like I'm lucid dreaming. Got me flying high. 'Cause I can't believe that I get to have you close. On an endless road, I'm levitating now. In one of those lucid dreams. In one of those lucid dreams. Oh yeah. Wait, you gotta tell me what you did. I saw the world turning in my mind. Oh, yesterday you pulled the rug under my feet. Still I'm trying to wake me up. What if I'm making it all up? You're bringing me higher and higher in every way.
Okay, I think this shelf looks so much better after I put all of the miscellaneous stuff on this shelf into those two white baskets. I'll definitely be getting more of those. Okay, it is now time to move to our furniture makeover. This is the design I'm going to be showing you how to do on your furniture if you wish to. So I'll have to tell you how to do this from the beginning, and we're starting with the before picture. My mother-in-law gave me this dresser that had a white distressed look to it, and we're gonna turn it into winter white, clean, bright white color. So I'm taking the hardware off and then I'm gonna clean the dresser. And for that I'm gonna put a couple of drops of dishwashing soap into a spray bottle with water and clean the dresser with it. That's just what I clean my furniture with whenever I do a makeover, and I know other people do that too. So whenever I pick up any tips or tricks from other people, I'll be happy to share them with you guys, but just remember that I am a complete beginner myself. Now it's time to sand it, and I think I used a 220 grit sanding paper for this piece. I did this project just a little bit while ago, so I'm telling you what I used and how much, just as best I can remember. I'm gonna use chalk paint on this one. I got it from Walmart for about 10 bucks. And I'm gonna end up giving this dresser 2 coats of paint with a few hours of dry time in between. Maybe 2, 3, 4 hours is enough. Okay, so for the design, what we're going to be doing is called a raised stencil, and we're going to be using glass bead gel for that. Under this video, in the description section, you'll find the links of the products I used for this project. Next, I'm going to add some color to my glass bead gel. I'm using metallic paint. As far as I know, you can use any paint of any color you like to add to your glass bead gel. There isn't any particular formula or a proportion you have to follow. You just add your paint to the glass bead gel until you like the color. And then you take your favorite stencil. I would highly recommend to tape it to your piece of furniture and then put the stuff on the stencil. I would not recommend using any kind of brush like I was doing just a second ago. I would recommend using a spatula like I'm doing right now. Like I said, the secret to this design is the glass bead gel, and that's the priciest part of this project depending on how much you need to use. This project is pretty big and I used about a 32-ounce can. For someone who would use a lot of this stuff, the best option would be to buy a huge 128 ounces can for $100, and that will last forever. I found that the best way to apply this stuff on your stencil is to first put a thick coat of glass bead gel with a spatula and then wipe the extra off, just pressing lightly and making sure that the stencil does not move. Obviously, I was saving and reusing the gel left on my spatula. And then take the stencil off and you're done. When this stuff dries, it's hard as a rock and you don't have to worry about it chipping off. Now a couple more things. The stencil needs to be cleaned and wiped off every once in a while. You cannot clean this stuff in your sink, it will clog the pipes. So every time I switched to the next drawer, I just cleaned my stencil, wiping it off with a wet towel, and that's it. So every time after reapplying the stencil about 3 times and it got quite thick with the stuff on it, I tried cleaning it. This is the first time I ever done a project like this myself, and I just started painting furniture recently, just a couple of months ago, because I just like it. I got my stencil from Hobby Lobby for about $5 or so. If you like this design but you don't feel like going to Hobby Lobby, I would suggest just Google Vine stencil and see what comes up. And I'll be honest, the price for the glass bead gel is totally worth it to me. If you were to find a piece of furniture with similar design on the market, it would cost a ridiculous amount of money. You can Google it, check it for yourself. Also, during applying the gel, if it gets somewhere where it doesn't need to be, it's very easily wiped off with a wet towel as long as it hasn't dried yet. I'm gonna spray paint my hardware white, and then after it dries, I'm gonna cover it with that same metallic paint I used earlier. I'm gonna put more of the glass bead gel mix on the edges of the dresser. And also, because I used chalk paint earlier, I needed to put final top coat of clear wax to protect the furniture. I did that as the very last thing, and I'm sorry I don't have a footage of that, but I will attach the wax link in the description anyway. Now I'm putting the hardware back on and our project is ready. If you have any questions or any opinions, please leave them in the comments below. I am so glad you stopped by today. I wish you a wonderful week and I'll see you soon. I hope you will come back, and don't forget to subscribe for more.